Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just like the title says, today we're going to be finding out what is the problem with these Johnny Lightning and their weird stands. So you can see that back wheel right now, how separated it is, not like the white one, but on the front this one looks better. And check out this new Nissan here. Check how much separation it has from the tire up to the metal here. We're gonna drill this apart and inspect inside of this, see what is the problem. All right, so I'm gonna drill apart and I will be back. I think I have made a conclusion on why these Johnny Lightning have so much problem. But before we get to that, I want to show you a quick wheel swap. Check it out. Here's it has to be like this, before and after. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking this wheels, it's kind of looking better than the Super. I don't know. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really liking it. Definitely looking good. And I've also did a wheel swap on this one. Really makes this one stand out. Very nice. And here goes the Dodge. Check it out. Some Matchbox off-terrain tires here. Definitely a better look than these slick tires that Hot Wheels used. These definitely look better. I would have used some rear riders, but I don't have any right now available off-road. I mean, I do, but I don't want to drill out a car. I didn't have time. I already spent enough time drilling all of these. So you can see we have 256 bolts, front and back. So you can see. So, and the Audi also got bolts. And last one, the Civic EF. I mean, this has to be the ugliest color for this casting. I don't know why they did this. This thing is yellow. It's just horrible. I really don't like it. But you know, I want to keep it stock. I might paint white the headlights here so I could run the tampos I did on my Super Treasure Hunt, the one I did, or imitating the Super Treasure Hunt. Wheels, they do look good on this one also. So also has the 256 bolts there. And if you didn't know, everything about drilling cars and all that stuff, they all have link on the video description if you want to check it out. All right, so let me get a tool here and I'll be a second. All right, so let's start with the Nissan here. So you can see I have it drilled apart. And I have a macro lens here, just make sure we stay on focus. And this is the problem with this one. You see how the base is going up and it's not flat here. See it? And it's not because it's drilled apart. The problem is the base. That's why it has this big gap here. So somewhere on the line, manufacturing line, either the base was bent, which I think it is. Look, I don't know if you can see it here, which the front here, it's, you know, sloping here, or they were forced to bend it like that because the holes were not aligning. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take off the wheels here with the axle, and I'm gonna try to hit it in a way that where I can make it straight, you know, make it straight back again, and then see if this front hole aligns again with the post. If not, then I'll just have to find another way to make it fit, because this right here is just not acceptable. And with the CRX, same problem. Check it out. So you got the white one here, right? Pretty much the base is sitting underneath, right? So in fact, you can see that it's up here a little bit, and then it kind of tucks in into the casting. With this one, it's backwards, so you see it's still poking up a little bit here, but then it just sticks out more, right? So if you look at it like this, I don't know if you can make it out, but you can see that on this one, this part here, it's a lot higher than on the white one. So basically we come down to the same problem, where it's the base. Here's a cool thing I wanted to show you guys. The base has these little pieces of metal, and they hook to the internal so they don't move around. So that was a nice design feature they did there. And this dash is just incredible. Look how detailed this thing is. You know, see the Nissan, see if it's detailed like that too. Let me see. It has a lot of details too. It's pretty good. So going back, the problem lies in the base. So I don't know if you can see it here, where it's just kind of sloping up. So I have to maybe take off the axle, put it in a flat surface, try to hit it and make it straight again. So I'm gonna try to do that, and once I do that, I will be back. All right guys, check it out. See how now it's sitting a lot better. But I have some bad news. Everything looks perfect, right? Check it out. So it seems that the hole where the axle sits, there's just not enough material there, and that's where it's bending. So with this one, it's just, you know, using some needle nose pliers, I just try to bend it, and it just basically, it just gave, you know, it gave in real quick. But the good news is that it's basically a quick fix. I mean, it's not that bad. The dab of glue there, holding it in place where it needs to be, and you know, there shouldn't be any major problems. Now with the Nissan, check it out. So now we don't have this big gap here, right? Look at the base here, it's sitting flush with the casting on both sides. Looking a lot better now, right? But check it out, we're having the same problem. This one didn't break, but it's literally about to break. As you can see, the design here where they basically caved in all this area here for all these detail. Well, this creates a weak spot around this area, so I was able to bend it. Check the difference now, how it's more, you know, straight. And to get it to sit properly, I had to grind down this area. I think I could have left alone, but this area here, all this area, and here in the casting where the base basically sits, I had to grind that down so I could get a real flush sitting like this. But now we have another problem. See how nice it looks, right? Check it out. If I installed the interiors, they're in. You see how the interiors, they're not perfect. They tend to be like a little bit big, and they're not sitting correctly here, especially in the back. See, it kind of shakes. It doesn't sit right inside the casting. Check it out. So now the car doesn't it doesn't want to close. So the interiors now have to be modified for this to close. Basically, the conclusion is Johnny Lighting messed up. They messed up big time here. I mean, looking at it like this, it seems that I could get away with maybe cutting out this part here, and it will sit, because it's sitting right now in the front. See, it's just the back that doesn't want to go down now. So maybe if I eliminate part of this here, it will sit, you know, and I will let the base go down and make it sit properly on the casting. So I'm gonna do that now. Once I do that, I will be back. All right, guys, so check it out. Sits flush in the front, and I'm gonna have to force it a little with the screw. It will go back in place, but I just can't take off anymore. See how everything I had to grind off. I just don't have any more that I could cut off or grind off. Maybe if I do it here in the base, but you know, this is so fragile that I don't want to touch it, so it might just completely break. But I think I could, you know, I could force it with the screw now. It just this little bit here, and once, you know, once the screw goes in, it'll bring it back to its place. So I wanted to show you this before I put the screw back on. And you know, so if you get one of these and you want to fix it, you might have to do all this just to get it to look right. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the CRX back together. I am back, and I will be back. See, I have a 256 screw here. This one's good. Got the burgundy one, 256 screw. So I just apply some Gorilla Glue with baking soda on the inside to make everything, you know, solid again. I did have to cut out slightly the part of the, or grind off of the plastic, the part of the interior, just so I could make it sit a little better. So you can see it looks a lot better than before. And this one over here is just a hot mess. To start, I had to drill out to make it a little bit bigger so the bolt will fit front and back. Once I do that, turns out the 256 screw, it's not even long enough to reach the post, because the part where the bolt goes through is so thick that the 256 doesn't go all the way through. So it seems like they put a lot of metal where they didn't have to put a lot of metal. So I had to take off the screws from a Maestro to put it back together. As you can see, it's all back together, looking a lot better now. But it's just question is it worth it to buy one of this and have to go through all this problem to fix it? Really up to you. And before we go away, I wanted to show you my latest mail find here. This is a Toyota Celica, opening doors. As you can see, this is a Matchbox Superfast, I believe. Matchbox Superfast. Look for this in the future. And my pride and joy, check it out. This, my friend, is a Toyota Corolla. I will put a picture somewhere around here of the real car so you can take a look. And it also has opening doors. The back does look a little bit different because on the real car the tail lights were not that tall. They're a little bit skinnier. I'll also put a link. I'll put a picture up here so you can see the difference. But it's basically the only casting I've seen from this car so far, and I just had to add it to my Toyota collections. You can see we have opening doors, and this is not a Matchbox, so stay tuned for this video so you can learn what brand this is. Don't ask in the comment because I'm not going to tell you until the next video. So peace out.